Hello everyone and welcome to the live stream. I hope that you are all doing well tonight. We are going to talk about some brand new topics. Some topics that are positive, and some topics that maybe not so much. Some very critical discussions are going to happen tonight. What's new? So, tonight we are going to talk about the reported Diablo 2 remaster that supposedly is coming to us at the end of the year. I've talked about Diablo a couple of times on the channel. Diablo Immortal. Don't you guys have cell phones? I love Diablo. I do have a cell phone, I'm ready. But we're going to talk about how the apparent remaster is coming this year. This year, by the way. That was a little bit surprising to hear. We're going to talk about, if my screen will load, Elder Scrolls 6 apparently being years away. And apparently how Starfield, the other Bethesda game, is still gonna be years away as well. They're saying, oh, Starfield's a ways away, never mind Elder Scrolls 6, so that's interesting. That's newer. That was only commented on yesterday. We're going to talk about Naughty Dog and how they've continued to strike channels, but I really wanted to talk about how they're striking down memes. This happened like 2 or 3 days ago. I was shocked when I heard that because Naughty Dog has been striking down a lot of people's content, a lot of the spoilers online, the general discussions about The Last of Us Part 2. But to strike down memes that literally have no context, if you didn't know the spoilers, you would have no clue what the spoiler would mean, like what the meme would mean. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to talk about how Twitch is apparently banning simp emotes, which I've been pretty critical of Twitch on my channel. I've talked about Twitch and their moderators a couple of times. But apparently they are going against simp emotes. There's been a few that they've banned because it could be used as a tool for bullying and a tool for harassment, which is interesting because I suppose the term harassment can mean a lot of things, and Twitch moderators, the simps that they are scared of the word simp. Sorry, just gonna say it. We're also going to talk about how apparently, well, it's not apparently, oh no, I was looking at another topic, my bad. And I'm also going to talk about how a Stormtrooper cosplayer celebrating Star Wars Day got arrested and got, that is a very negative, very serious situation. I'm going to put that at the end. But holy shit, I can't believe that. So someone basically got arrested for wearing a Stormtrooper outfit and having a toy gun. Legitimately, on Star Wars Day. My brain can literally not process that situation happened. But those are the topics that we are going to discuss tonight. Before we get into them, hello everyone, how are you all doing? I hope that you guys are doing good. That Stormtrooper story boils my blood. What the fuck, Canada? I know. Like, I can't even put into words how, like, upset people are and how frustrated people are and how just... it's just ridiculous. It's a ridiculous situation. Like, it's probably the #1 what the fuck moment I've seen in a long time. Yeah, they did get arrested in Canada, so... things are different in Canada, but we are going to talk about that because I haven't covered it yet, and holy shit, I can't believe that happened, honestly. Canada needs to get its maple syrup privileges taken away. What would Canada have without maple syrup? I mean, honestly. Just short for simpleton? That's what simp used to mean. Now it's been hijacked, and now it's a trendy internet word that basically means white knighting. People have overtaken the word, and now it basically means, like, white knighting. Apparently the term white knight was overused, and they needed a new one. Boy. To hear that Twitch is banning emotes because it hurts people's feelings is... I guess it's not that surprising at this point, but... just why? Seriously? Yeah, I'll give you a link to the Discord, guys. There's a link in the Discord going into the chat. There you go. Alright, so let's get into the topics, shall we? I'm doing good, thank you for asking. I hope that you are all doing good as well. I hope that your night is going well. It is, oh geez, a Monday. I should start saying the days at the beginning of the streams and the videos, because I have no clue what day it is. Yeah, Twitch, man. Alright, you guys, we're going to get into the first topic, which is very interesting to hear because I don't think that we've heard any rumors about this happening, but there's a current report that Diablo 2 Resurrected Remaster is coming this year, built by the former Destiny 2 support studio. Behind me, I decided to whip out my Diablo 2 game. I decided to whip out Diablo 2 and the Diablo 2 expansion pack. Love it. Fantastic. Diablo 2 is an amazing game. It is just so sad that it's such... I don't want to call Blizzard a shit company, but they're like 80% of the way to shit status. They have great IPs. Unfortunately, the people behind Blizzard at this point aren't amazing. But Diablo 2 Resurrected Remaster coming this year, built by former Destiny 2 studio support. Destiny 2, by the way? You know, Destiny 2 was okay. It was okay. With StarCraft and Warcraft both being remastered by Blizzard with wildly different degrees of success, it should surprise no one that a remaster of Diablo 2 is likely coming. But now, according to a new rumor, we may have a name and timeline and even knowledge of who specifically within Activision is working on it. So, the report comes from a French site, which does seem to have a pretty reliable insight into Blizzard specifically, previously predicting the announcements for Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4. So consider that when hearing this information. According to the website ActuGamer, the Diablo 2 remaster is being called Diablo 2 Resurrected, which sounds precisely like the kind of name they'd pick for that, 100%. That name right there sounds accurate as heck. It is supposed to be released in the fourth quarter of 2020 in time for the holiday, and it seems unlikely we have any other high-profile Blizzard releases coming then. Activision will of course have a new Call of Duty, and given the popularity of the Diablo franchise, it could prove to be their most successful remaster to date. Now, it does get a little bit into Reforged and how that went. I've covered that situation pretty heavily. We all remember the disaster that was the Warcraft 3 Reforged launch, which was one of the most broken, unwelcome releases in recent memory. Hopefully lessons were learned from that mess, and I have hope, based on the second part of this rumor, that the Visions that Vicarious Visions is the one doing the Diablo 2 remaster now. Blizzard, yes, has done a good remaster in the past with StarCraft, but Warcraft 3 is literally probably the worst remaster in history. Can you guys think of a worse remaster than Warcraft 3 Reforged? Warcraft 3 Reforged is still the lowest rated game on Metacritic. Well, user rated game on Metacritic. People really disliked it, and I wouldn't say that it was unwelcome, because a lot of people wanted that game. A lot of people love Warcraft 3. Warcraft 3 is amazing. It's nostalgic. People fucking wanted it. The problem was they half-assed it. They pushed it out as fast as they could. They didn't polish it. They didn't fix it. They left bugs, and it was broken, and it was glitchy. It just wasn't a good experience overall. But a lot of people were looking forward to it. Now, looking at all of their IPs, all of their games, yes, I think that Diablo 2 is the perfect game to remake or remaster if they want people's goodwill back. This seems like it would be a gesture of goodwill to people, especially older Blizzard fans, you know, because Diablo 2 is like one of the most nostalgic games, I feel like, for most people. Fans aren't happy with them these days. And they need to appeal back to those fans. And as someone that has disliked what Blizzard has done recently, if they put out a Diablo 2 remaster and it was even half decent, I would buy it and I would support it and I would like it. Because it's Diablo fucking 2. If this is true though, shouldn't this have been an announcement at last year's BlizzCon? So I'm going to assume that they really wanted to announce it this year at BlizzCon and then maybe put it out like a month later. So like you had this big announcement and then like a month later it came out. So there was this super like hyped up month of Diablo, Diablo, Diablo. But of course, with the coronavirus happening, we don't even know if BlizzCon is going to happen this year. BlizzCon probably won't happen. So if it's going to come out at the end of the year, then it's not, their plan didn't go as they wanted it to. You know, it wouldn't be so successful because they wouldn't have that hype leading up to it. But it seems a little bit odd that we haven't heard about it yet. Besides now, I mean, there's always rumors floating around about remakes and remasters for like every game in history that's half popular. But this one seems legitimate right now. Vicarious Visions is a very old studio that has been under Activision's wing for a while. They've previously worked on a huge range of projects from Skylanders to Guitar Hero. Oh boy, whew, can't wait for that. Oh no. But with those franchises dead, their role has shifted. My readers probably best know Vicarious Visions as a support studio that Activision tasked with helping Bungie develop Destiny 2 content. I mean, Destiny 2 is okay. I'm sure that everyone in chat has a different opinion on Destiny 2. I personally like Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. I thought the games were pretty good, but of course they did have their damn problems. They went on to produce pretty stellar stuff with Bungie like the Warmind expansion, and then they helped make Destiny's 2 PC port be one of the best in the business. I don't know if I would call Destiny 2's PC port one of the best in the business. I don't really know. But it continues, so yes, I definitely believe that they're a good pick for a potential Diablo 2 remaster based on their recent work. Destiny fans already miss them. I don't know about this Forbes. Who's this writer? Forbes, Paul Tassi. I don't really know if people would hear, you know, Vicarious Visions and go, oh my gosh, they're perfect for this remaster. I get where he's coming from, but I don't really think that 90% of people know who Vicarious are, is what it is, though. It does continue with saying, you know, we know about the Overwatch sequel, despite its questionable credentials as a true sequel is on the way, but definitely not in time for the holiday. It sounds like they needed a holiday game this year. I mean, every company this year is going to need a holiday game, but besides that, I mean, Blizzard every year usually releases something decent. You know, this year we technically had the Warcraft 3 remaster, which didn't go as well as they probably thought that it would. I mean, we have news of Overwatch 2. It continues with Diablo 4 is also on the distant horizon. And even though we have seen a decent amount of footage from it, it is still likely to be a few years away. So this release would scratch that Diablo itch in the meantime. What happened to, don't you guys have cell phones? Where's Immortal? We haven't heard anything about Diablo Immortal. I'm so disappointed. Where's my game? Diablo Immortal. Where is Diablo Immortal? Where? It still has no set release date. I'm kidding. Diablo Immortal isn't something that a lot of people are looking forward to. Yeah, it'd be great to have like this mobile Diablo experience to casually play, but it's not a Diablo 4, and looking at this, I would say that yes, Diablo 2 is the best game that they could remaster right now. But to finish it off, it says, given that you can still play the original Diablo 2 now and get hopelessly addicted, I have to believe a proper remaster would be the same effect. I'm just gonna say that, yeah, I'm fucking ready. So you can buy Diablo 2 still through Blizzard directly. It's like $10 for base and then $10 for the expansion. Yeah, I have the CD key covered because these are my original copies. But yeah, I mean, I would say if if they really want the goodwill back with players, this is how you do it. You put something Diablo out that's good, a Diablo 2 remaster, and people would like it. So that's all that we know right now. It's not confirmed, it's just a rumor, it's just a report, but it sounds believable. Honestly, they want more remasters. Remasters aren't as hard to do as remakes, so they can push them out as much as they want. I would be excited for Diablo 2. I would probably buy a Diablo 2 remaster. Just gonna be honest with you guys, I would play it, I would enjoy it. But that's all that we know right now. Would you guys be excited for a Diablo 2 remaster, or is all your hope with Blizzard gone and out the window at this point? I'm curious. Blizzard didn't even develop Diablo 2. A studio they acquired developed the first and second ones. After River's team were let go, Diablo 3 was developed and looked like Warcraft. True. I would be even afraid to play Diablo 2 at this point. Oh, why? I never played D2. I would be down to try it. So you can buy it. So the original game, you can buy it through Blizzard still. It's like $10 and then $10 for the expansion pack. But a remaster, in my opinion, would be awesome. I do like remasters of games, don't get me wrong. But I feel like there's that line where, are they putting out only remasters? Or are they trying to be innovative and put out new content? And Blizzard, yes, does have some stuff in the works, but is it going to be enough? That's all I have to say. Is it gonna be enough? Because they're trying to get back that goodwill with people. And I saw 007 say, who are you calling older players, you little whippersnapper? I meant people that are not only players of, like, Overwatch. Not age old, older as in people that have actually played Diablo 1 or Diablo 2 or Warcraft or, like, not... Oh my gosh, my mom bought me Overwatch on my PlayStation 3, you guys. Ugh. I'm like a gold rank 22. I mean, hey, I mean, Diablo 2, I'm offended. So I'm not an older player, I'm not an older Blizzard player, I have got fucking Diablo 2 behind me. 007, take a picture of your copies of Diablo 2 in the expansion, pack right now. Show me. Make sure to hide your CD keys, by the way. Show me. If you don't have them, I'm an older player than you. And I'm only 21. Alright, Diablo 2 is amazing for its time, but I've played better Dungeon Crawl. Oh yeah, there's definitely been better, but it's just such like a nostalgic classic game that, I mean, I would be down for it. Alright, next topic. Woo! We're going into another hot one. Elder Scrolls 6. Bethesda is another company that's iffy for a lot of people. Bethesda. Oh boy. Blizzard, Bethesda, what other companies start with B? I mean, come on. Blizzard is worse than Bethesda, but Bethesda's up there. Pete Hines decided to make some comments on Elder Scrolls 6. Now, I'm sure a lot of you in chat right now are very, very excited for Elder Scrolls 6, and a lot of you guys may be Fallout 76 fans. I know it, guys. I know you guys love Fallout 76. Oh, no. I feel like a lot of us that love RPGs and love fantasy and love all of these things are excited for Elder Scrolls 6. Skyrim was a great game with mods. Skyrim was a mediocre game at base. And that is what I truly am worried about when it comes to Elder Scrolls 6, is how bad is it going to be? And obviously they've put a lot of time into Elder Scrolls 6, but apparently it's years away. A reminder that Elder Scrolls 6 is very far away. We have to get to Starfield first. I've actually talked about Starfield a couple of times. I'm excited for Starfield. I think that it might be an innovative idea. We've seen like 2 seconds of trailers, and I'm already saying it's innovative. I'm excited for the general idea of what Starfield is supposed to be. Now, will it be good? Who knows? But Pete Hines is saying, you guys haven't even gotten Starfield. You are not getting Elder Scrolls 6 anytime soon, which I guess is disappointing. in one way, but in another way, it's not really that disappointing because I would rather the game be good. But you're not alone in wondering when all of this is going to be over. The wait for more information on Elder Scrolls 6, that is. It was announced nearly 2 years ago, but very little about it has been revealed. They have it linked. I'm not going to click it, but they have the mountain linked. Literally, it's just like the view of a mountain. They threw that shit together in 10 minutes, honestly. I suggest setting in for a long and patient wait because we're not going to hear anything about the follow-up to Skyrim for a long while. According to Bethesda. Responding to a fan who asked for details on The Elder Scrolls 6, Hines said, "It's after Starfield, which you pretty much know nothing about. So if you're coming at me for details now and not years from now, I'm failing to properly manage your expectations." All these people do is talk about their biggest successes. They talk about Skyrim, and that's all that they care about. So of course we have high expectations when you're constantly like, we're the makers of Skyrim, Elder Scrolls. Of course we're gonna have high expectations because you put yourselves on a pedestal. How are fans supposed to have their expectations down here when you guys are literally like putting expectations up here because of the way that you sheerly act? Starfield is, of course, another Bethesda game studios game that was teased in June 2018 at that year's E3. We know very little about Starfield 2. We know it's a space epic and the first new franchise in 25 years. From the developers of the Elder Scrolls and Fallout series, but outside of a teaser trailer, official details are scant. On Twitter, Hines said we'd find out more about Starfield someday. What? What kind of response is that? So, you guys aren't getting Elder Scrolls 6 until after Starfield, and you can get the information about Starfield someday. Oh no. Love it. This is all I have to say. Don't hold your breath for major Starfield or the the Elder Scrolls 6 reveals when Microsoft and Sony Interactive Entertainment start talking about the Xbox Series X and PS5 games in the coming months. You'll be much happier with lowered expectations. True Polygon. True. That's all we know. Honestly, that's all that I have to read. That's all this article says because literally Pete Hines, that's the only statement he made. But he's saying, you know, Starfield is a long ways away. Never mind Elder Scrolls 6. What have they been doing this whole time? Honestly, if you are invested in ZeniMax Media, pull out now. You need to pull out now, because what have they been doing all this time? So 2 years ago, the Elder Scrolls 6 was officially announced. 2 years ago, Starfield was officially announced. They're both years away. So what is Bethesda supposed to come out with next year? Or the year after? Or the years until these games come out? These are huge franchises we're talking about. And yes, I will reiterate my point. I would rather them hold back a game and a game come out and not be buggy and broken and glitched and have it be a perfect experience. But what do they have? Yeah, all they've had is Doom Eternal. That's all that they've had. And yes, Doom Eternal is still going strong. People are still going to buy it for a long time. It's an amazing game. But what are they supposed to put out next year or the year after? Like, they can't lean on Doom Eternal forever unless they're going to be doing a ton of content for Doom. But they haven't talked anything about Doom Eternal content. So it is what it is. That's really all the information we know right now. There's really not a lot, but the problem here that I have is the fact that Pete Hines says lower your expectations and is like blaming fans for having high expectations, yet these companies put themselves on a pedestal and they're always like, we're the ones that created these amazing epic games. So how are you gonna have like yourselves up here but tell fans to have that expectations down there? It's not the way that it works. People listen to you and people want to know what projects you're doing. I mean, saying someday isn't particularly what fans want to hear. Honestly, they announced Starfield 2 years ago. I'm sure that there's a company right now that's working on a Starfield alternative. We don't even know what Starfield is. But there are already, like, Starfield alternatives, like epic space games with battles and all of these things. Those games already exist. So, yes, they may come into the genre and have amazing quality and graphics and gameplay, but if we could play it right now, why would we be excited for it when it comes out in 4 years? So, it is what it is. I suppose we'll see what happens with Elder Scrolls 6, but apparently it's a very fucking long time away, okay, you guys? Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed to hear that. I guess I shouldn't be because it's Bethesda we're talking about, but I just wish that we'd get a little bit more information, like maybe one more. How about they give us a trailer of like the other side of the mountain? You know how we see this trailer with the mountain? Here, I'll show the mountain. I'll pause it. Like, okay, this is the trailer of the mountain. So can we get like the other, you see that mountain? Can we get the other side of the mountain? Can we see what's on that side? Is there like a cave? Can we get a zoom in? Anyway, that's all that I really had to talk about with that, but after I played Skyrim, I had high hopes for EOS, you mean ESO, the MMO, and honestly, it disappointed me so bad I played it maybe an hour. I've been considering getting into the Elder Scrolls Online MMO. Should I? Would you guys want to see a stream of that? I don't know. I'm a big MMO player, and I've only played a little bit of the Elder Scrolls Online a very long time ago, and because Greymore, the new expansion, comes out in like a month or two, I was considering getting into the game, but I'm not even sure if it's worth it. I've heard a lot of decent things about it, but I've also heard a lot of negative things about the MMO at this point, just like the player base and stuff, but maybe I could take a look at it. No, there's nothing beyond the mountain! Oh no! Nothing beyond the mountain, damn. Oh, maybe there's a dragon in it. They're pretty unimaginative. The mountain is a pre-rendered video anyway. Alright. Moving into the next topic, Naughty Dog. I've talked about Naughty Dog a couple of times through videos. I talked about Anita Sarkeesian apparently having a hand in The Last of Us Part 2. I've talked about Naughty Dog striking down YouTubers and content creators' videos. But I really wanted to talk about this because Naughty Dog, of course, is doing what Naughty Dog's doing. Now, if you don't know, a lot of The Last of Us Part 2 has spoiled online. If I say the game in this, it refers to The Last of Us Part 2, so the game. That's the game I'm referring to. A lot of footage has been leaked online of The Last of Us Part 2. There has been like 10 hours worth of stuff put online by apparently an angry hacker, according to Sony and Naughty Dog. But they are now taking down The Last of Us Part 2 memes created in GTA 5 featuring Metal Gear Rising revenge characters. Naughty Dog cannot surprise me. I personally have not gotten any strikes for any of the videos or content I've created on the Naughty Dog situation. I'm very grateful for that. But what the fuck, Naughty Dog? Why are you doing this? Why are you acting in such a way? I get it. You're trying to do damage control. You're trying to protect your company. You're trying to protect your internet property. You're trying to protect this game. But it's not going to work. All you are going to do is upset people. Striking down people's content is not okay. It's the Streisand effect. You strike down one video and 50 videos are made on it. This is not how you handle criticism. You are a company. Act like a fucking company. Naughty Dog and Sony are continuing to use third parties to take down anyone's perceived of sharing leaks, and in one case they removed a GTA 5 meme. A meme! That literally has no footage, no picture, nothing from The Last of Us Part 2, and no one would even understand it, the meme, unless they've seen the leaks and the spoilers. No one would understand it at all. So a Reddit user reported the meme they shared on another subreddit received a DMCA takedown notice and was subsequently removed from Reddit. They shared a screenshot of the email he received from Reddit notifying him of the takedown notice. The email begins, "From time to time, we receive a notice from a copyright holder stating that certain content on our website allegedly infringes their rights. We have received a notice claiming that your content or linked to the following URLs infringes one or more copyrights." It then provides the link to the subreddit. And the email continues, "Upon receipt of such a notice, Reddit must remove or disable access to the material that is claimed to be infringing." I'm going to click the full link on Twitter here. Exposed. What? This isn't even... I gotta zoom in on this shit. This isn't even related. Okay, so if you don't know the spoilers for The Last of Us Part 2, check out now. By seeing this, it's Joel and Ellie in the game holding golf clubs. If you have not heard the leaks, the rumors, the whatever we want to call them, you would have no understanding as to what this meme means. It holds no content from The Last of Us Part 2 leaks. None of it at all. It's ma'am. Oh no. Ian Miles Chong at Hypebreak describes the meme. There was a picture made in Grand Theft Auto 5, and it shows a character, Senator Armstrong from Metal Gear Solid Revengeance or Metal Gear Revengeance, playing golf with the models or the character models from the first Last of Us, not even The Last of Us Part 2. He elaborates, "It was made in Grand Theft Auto 5. The whole thing is a meme. It is not serious. It doesn't actually even spoil anything. They're just playing golf." Ryan Kinnell's gotten really targeted by Naughty Dog. I feel really bad for him. He stopped in a stream before, but YouTuber Ryan Kinnell reports that multiple posts on the Last of Us 2 subreddit have also been removed by Reddit after receiving takedown notices from Naughty Dog and Sony. He said that this is how desperate they are to silence any form of criticism. I just want to say that yes, I feel bad for the developers. The developers have worked for years on this game. I feel really bad that their work got leaked right before launch, but I don't feel bad for the person who wrote this content. Because the person who wrote this content didn't listen to fans, didn't understand what fans wanted, and they went for what they perceived to be hip with the kids and fucking woke. Okay, it's dumb. I'm not going to talk about any of the leaks, the spoilers, not going to talk about any of that. But I'm just going to say, 2 weeks before Naughty Dog started striking down content, I had put up a video on the leaks that were put on 4chan, the basic plot outline for the game, and that video is still up. I describe all of the leaks. At that point, they were rumors because there was no content leaked. I discussed all of it, and that video is still up. I swear, if that video goes down after this stream, oh boy, we're going to have problems. But Kinnell also documents the former Naughty Dog employee is demanding video memes to be removed. At PlayStation, can you guys remove this? They're asking people to remove memes. It was marked also and removed as sensitive content. Kinnell states copyright striking memes about this is going to a whole nother level. That just shows how salty you guys really are and how much you have to hide. It's true. Naughty Dog at this point has struck down a lot of content. They've flagged a lot of content. They unfortunately have just kind of gone crazy. I understand that they're trying to protect themselves, but doing this isn't going to help you, and it's definitely not going to help your image. A lot of people are not okay with you abusing flagging and copyright systems just because your content was put online by someone that was angry at you. So that's all we have right now with Naughty Dog. They're striking down memes still. I guess we'll have to see where this goes. I haven't heard about anything about Naughty Dog today or yesterday, besides Troy Baker. He is a voice actor for The Last of Us Part 2. He put up a video basically, you know, trying to damage control. But besides that, I haven't really heard anything. Naughty Dog is still trying to silence people. Go and watch my previous videos on that situation. But yeah, fortunately, Naughty Dog just... Naughty Dog needs to stop, because all they're doing at this point is... Troy Barker, okay. All Naughty Dog is doing at this point is damaging their reputation. And I liked The Last of Us 1. I thought that The Last of Us 1 was a really good game. I really enjoyed it, and I'm sure a lot of you in chat really enjoyed it. But as Pikachu said, people want entertainment, not propaganda. Well, I'd say 90% of people want entertainment, not propaganda, so... how do you guys feel about the Naughty Dog situation? Do you think that they're going overboard? Do you understand where they're coming from? Do you think that they're just trying to protect themselves, or are they really just trying to protect their mistakes in a way? A lot of people do think that this was a mistake. Like, well, this wasn't a mistake, I guess I should say. They're trying to protect their mistake. Like, they thought they were listening to the right people when they created this game, and now they realize that they didn't. Yeah, on one hand, I say that maybe... I feel bad for them a little bit, for the developers. But for someone like Neil Druckmann, I don't really feel bad, because he openly said who he listened to, whose opinions and advice he took, and he didn't listen to fans. Fans are the #1 priority, in my opinion, and developers should listen to fans. Yes, they should listen to all of the fans and take into consideration the general overview, but I just think that they didn't listen to fans, and now they're angry that fans don't like the direction they went. They're free to go in that direction, in the direction of the woke, if that's really what they want. They're a developer, they can do what they want. But when people dislike it, I don't think that they should complain about it, really. I think that they went with what they wanted, and people are allowed to complain. Ultimately, Sony doesn't care about fans or agenda, they just want money. Well, right, that's the problem, is every company just wants money. They start off as small developers that really love fans and want to listen to fans, and then their game in their studio fucking explodes because they listen to fans. And then, like, the fame or whatever just gets to them, and then they forget about fans, and they forget about the people who purchase their game and actually care about their product. It's dumb. Druckmann has screwed over his workers. Those people were worked like dogs, and now thanks to this unsellable woke trash, they'll be out of work. Not a fitting reward for such hard work. I know we've heard about the crunches. We've heard about people getting fired for their opinions. We've heard about all of these things. It's awful because, yes, I'm sure this game will still sell. I'm sure that there will still be people who buy it. People love The Last of Us 1. That really want to experience 2 and see these characters again, the last time the characters will be in a game. But I feel bad for the developers. And it's hard because, like, I don't want to feel bad in a way, but I do, because ultimately it wasn't their decision to go for this direction. It was someone like Neil Druckmann's. It was the leaders of the project that it was their choice, not just the people actually making the game. Just like The Last Jedi, Last of Us 2 kind of destroyed the first game. Last of Us 1 was a good game. So DMCA strikes that are false are, you could sue a company. Like, someone that got their video struck down could sue Sony. But the problem is who has the money for that? So, you have to look at what you'd make. So, let's say Geeks and Gamers put up a video on Naughty Dog that maybe would get 100k views. Let's say he made $300, even though this isn't the click rate. Let's say he made $300 from a video. Would it be worth it to take Sony to court and take legal action against them for you know, that loss? No, there'd be no point. The problem is Yeah. They're taking down a lot of videos, and a lot of people could get together and file a suit. But it would be so much money and time that for a lot of people, they just figure it's not worth it because the strikes eventually fall off after 10 days. If Sony or the person striking you doesn't prove that they're taking action against you, then YouTube drops it. So their videos will go back up and that strike will go away after a couple of days. It's just a silence tactic. Star Wars, Ghostbusters, Terminator, Doctor Who, Star Trek, Mass Effect, Uncharted were all amazing too. Yes, they were all amazing and then they were ruined. All we can do is enjoy the past content and see that and watch that and not think about the new content. That's pretty bad. That's all we can do. All we can do. Alright, on to the next topic. Whoa, I have to make this really fucking small. Whoops. Whoa. Whoa. Hold on a second, you guys. I'm trying to make this a good size. There you go. You guys can see that now, right? Right? Yeah, you guys. Oh, look at the top, guys. What? Hold on. Before we get into the next topic, Ultima, the second trilogy for the Tandy, $400. I saw a $600 one the other day that was sealed. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. We're gonna move on from Ultima. Enhance, I know. So Twitch, the gems that Twitch are cracking down on simp emotes over harassment fears. Twitch in the past has banned a couple of emotes. A couple of emotes that people were using in racist ways and to insinuate racist remarks and they have banned a couple of emotes in the past. But Twitch is now apparently cracking down on simp emotes over harassment fears, and I just want to say one thing. They've never banned White Knight emotes, which simp is being used the same as White Knight used to be. So this is a Kotaku article, and I wanted to read this one because it's got some great commentary for the one writer that's left at Kotaku. How does it feel to be like one of the last writers at Kotaku? Damn. He's like one of the last ones standing. Anyway, so as you can see, the emote is on screen. That is one of the emotes that was banned. Simp is, to put it lightly, a divisive term. Oh boy. On Twitch, TikTok, and Twitter, people mostly use it to express hyper-exaggerated thirst, often to get laughs out of friends or communities. I've used the word as a joke before. When there's a new trendy word, I always use it at least once or twice. I always do. I think it's hilarious. I don't see simp as a slur. I don't see it as a slur. Maybe someone in chat does. Maybe there's one person in chat that does. Simp, as they said, it is a divisive term. Simp has become one of the most overused, misunderstood terms, just like the term incel. Whenever someone is arguing with you online now, they always throw around the word incel, and now it's simp. Simp means simpleton or fool. People online changed the damn definition of it and are trying to use it instead of White Knight. Apparently, White Knight became too commonplace. People can't use the term White Knight anymore. It's too basic, too bland. So they've decided to use the word simp. Why is Twitch cracking down over simp emotes when there are White Knight emotes, which basically means the same thing? I'm not saying I want these emotes to be banned, but of course, Twitch is taking action because someone got a little bit offended probably. But the word also has more negative connotations, and even though it's undeniably become part of the broader Twitch lexicon, Twitch itself doesn't seem too fond of it. I don't think it's Twitch itself. I think it's the Twitch moderators. It's been deleting emotes that contain any mention of the word. In fact, Twitch has been on a simp emote deleting spree, going as far as back as late as February. Kotaku has discovered that in the past 2 weeks alone, Twitch has rejected or deleted at least 15 streamers' variations on the form. And that's just streamers who've publicly spoken out about the untimely demises of their emotes. Some are smaller streamers and some are biggers. Fedmeister, Frederico, a popular streamer who's become part of the same offline TV content creator group as Twitch megastar Pokimane, announced on stream that his Fed Simp emote had been removed by Twitch for targeted harassment and bullying. Okay, Twitch, if you're gonna ban Simp, you need to start banning other emotes. Oh, you're not going to? Probably because you're a bunch of hypocrites. Simp emotes are generally innocuous, depicting either the streamer or a relevant character holding up a sign with simp written on it, or, in some cases, just the word itself in reference to a character. Loba, or even the word on its own. In his case, it was a picture of him pointing accusingly with the word simp printed on his head, and it was removed for harassment, disallowed content, targeted insults, bullying, and other threatening or inciting abuse. How is the word simp, which means simpleton, so offensive? Are they gonna ban idiot? Yeah, simp still means stupid and fool. Okay, then are they gonna ban emotes where people are holding signs that says dumb and idiot and fool? Are they gonna do that? No. They're only banning simp emotes because simp is a trendy hit word right now. That's the only reason why. And why is the word simp so offensive to people at Twitch? I like chump banned. Chump banned. We can't say that around here. Many streamers take issue with the characterization of their emotes, but that's where things get thorny. The term simp has been a long and had a precarious history. I mean, it goes into simp. Is it so offensive? They do go into some of the past, people saying it in references. And of course, it goes into the meme culture of sites like TikTok and Twitch, becoming a regular part of those platforms' vernaculars and serving as openly thirsty versions of stanning, aka professing undying loyalty to a person or thing. It is difficult to find breaks in the chain of the word's linguistic lineage. I think that this is absolutely ridiculous that they would remove an emote because it hurt moderators' feelings. The streamer said, the emote was mainly just a joke within my community, another streamer said. We always joke about being simps or others simping. Another streamer said that his emote was even more in a jokey, referencing his relationship with his fiance. Honestly, I'm a simp for my own fiance, so it's sort of an inside joke within my community and people who also watch her stream. I wasn't sure why the emote was removed. It was a cute emote with no hate intended. Twitch has not yet succeeded in removing all simping related emotes. Many streamers who have had their emotes removed or rejected have complained that everyone else has one, which led to a familiar refrain. Twitch is inconsistently applying its rules again, just like with the dress code policy, body painting, breastfeeding, hateful speech, and heaps of other issues besides. I personally do think that yes, Twitch has been very inconsistent, not just with the simp thing, but with the dress codes and the body painting and the hate speech, and they are very inconsistent. Their mods don't know how to put rules into place effectively and across the board fairly. The article ends though with someone said, I could definitely see how the simp emote could be used for bullying. However, I think there are also many other emotes that could have been used for bullying and are used in a negative context, yet they're still allowed. Bingo! Bingo! That's what I had said. That's exactly what I had said. That seems to be the general consensus among streamers I spoke to in isolation, and it makes sense that Twitch would aim its laser-sighted ban hammer at simp emotes. Really? Because it doesn't make sense why Twitch would. They haven't banned any other trendy word emotes. The streamer said, I think simp emotes are very low tier for bullying, but I do understand the need for caution. Overall, that's all that we really know. You know, I know that the word simp is usually used in reference to, you know, people that pay money to their favorite streamers and like to thoughts, basically. I think that the term white knight was used just as much, and it's kind of difficult because I don't want to call anyone out specifically, but I don't want to call out anyone specifically, but it's like they've banned the term. It's so hard to explain. Like, it's like they've banned the term because it hits whales, and it hits these people that are like, that simp for thoughts, basically, and that give all their money to these people. I just think that it's dumb because the term white knight was used just the same before anyway. Overall, those are just kind of my thoughts on it. I think that Twitch has always been very inconsistent when it comes to their policies. I think that they're going to continue to be very inconsistent with the emotes as well. They're probably going to ban emotes from some people, deny, you know, some people simp emotes, but at the same time, there are going to be other streamers that are allowed to keep their emotes up, and they're not going to get their emotes hit. So, at the end of the day, it's Twitch. Unfortunately, like, I'm not on Twitch for a reason. Yes, I do think that Twitch does some things very well, but it...
Simp.
Oh no.
Simp.
Oh, thank you for the $3 donation, Tony. I appreciate it. That's a lot of simps. You're banned. How many times did you say simp? You're banned that many times, my friend. I mean, that's all that I really have to say about the whole simp issue. I think that it's dumb. I think that they're inconsistent with their banning policies, and I don't think that they should have banned. I don't think that they should be banning simp emotes over harassment fears. There are many other emotes that are used in negative ways, and the context behind them. I just think that it's foolish, and Twitch shouldn't be doing it. But let me see, how do you guys feel about it? Do you think that Twitch should ban the simp emotes? Do you think that it's foolish? How do you feel about it? I'm curious. That's a lot of simps, I know, right? I mean, Vera, simp targets their source is revenue. I mean, they're banning simps, then they're banning revenue. Simp equals a weak man. I mean, so I've heard the term simp used when someone's friends with someone else. So like, let's say a man was friends with a female and he defended her. That's instantly a simp. I don't think that being friends with someone is a simp. I don't think defending someone once is a simp. And the word simp is just being thrown around. It's just like incel. I mean, incel, most people that say you're an incel or your fans are incels have no fucking clue what the word incel even means. It's just a hot button term that they heard online once, and that's that. It's dumb. Maybe people should stop using these words, but it's never gonna happen. I mean, it's not like the term simp isn't funny, because in a way it is kind of funny, but... simp has lost all meaning. It's just like incel. It's just like white knight. I mean, people overuse these terms and then they forget about them. In half a year, people will forget what the hell simp was. No one will be saying simp anymore. No one. Twitch doesn't know what to ban. Yeah, Twitch is very inconsistent. if they ban one thing and then the same thing's allowed for other people to do, I mean, it's... Yeah. They aren't banning simps. They are banning people who are making fun of a source of money which their streamers depend upon. I feel like most people really, I don't know, I guess people may take the term simp and be overly offended by it because people on the internet do get overly offended, but I just think that people shouldn't be so offended over a simple word. I mean, it's not like it's... I mean, there's plenty of other things that people say and they don't get banned for. And plenty of other emotes that are just as offensive and used in offensive context. Up next, Twitch will ban all human language to stop the problem of new insulting words at their source. I'm pretty sure actual simps know that they are simps. True. True. Probably. Let me check chat. I just want to say that I don't think Twitch has... I think that Twitch does do good. I think that there are things that they have because they're a main streaming platform. I think for streaming, you know, they do offer good alternatives, but their rules are just very inconsistent. And as a content creator myself, I don't want inconsistency. I will admit that, yes, YouTube themselves has a lot of problems as well, but... I mean, Twitch is hypocrisy city, unfortunately. I would love to talk about, I would love to talk to a Twitch mod. No, they don't know, that's why they're simps. No, some simps do openly know that they're simps. Yes, there are people that are simps and are like, what do you mean I'm a simp? That's awful, why would you say that? But there are simps that know that they're simps. It's like white knights. Because white knights is basically the same thing as simp. You know that you're white knighting for someone. In some cases. And in other cases, they don't know. The word is, yes, supposed to be used to make fun of people, but some of people that use these words do know that they're simping or do know that they're white knighting. Not everyone is oblivious. Simp. Its official definition. So there is the slang, and then there's... Hold on a second, I'm trying to find where it says too. So simp, one of the definitions is a simple person lacking common sense, a fool, or simpleton. And then there's also a man who overvalues a woman and puts her on a pedestal. But the original definition, before people online started calling each other simps, was a fool. So when are we gonna ban the term fool? And someone else had said a really good term. What was it? What did someone say in chat? Someone said a really good term. I don't remember exactly what it was, but that's all that I'm going to say about this situation. No, that's not true at all. If they knew that they were a simp, they wouldn't want to be one. That's not true at all. There are plenty of men on the internet that are simps for women and girls you would call thoughts online that do it because they want a chance with them. There are people that will give women, or even men online, tons of money because they think they've got a chance with them. They know in their heads that they want a chance with them, so they try to impress them, and they know that they're defending them because they like them so much. I wouldn't go online and defend someone if I didn't care about what their perceived thought of me would be. There are people that openly know that they're simps. Chumps. That's it, Tom. Tom chumps. That's a really good one. Ban the word fool, ban the term chump, ban it all then. You have a simp legion problem right now as well. Every content creator online has a simp. If you are known at all on the internet. If you have any sort of following, you are going to have at least one simp. Male creators, female creators, whoever you are, you're going to have a simp. You're going to have someone that constantly tries to defend you, someone that says all of your content is amazing, you are just an amazing person, I love you, yada yada. There's always going to be that person. Everyone has a simp. That's all that I'm going to say on it. That's all I'm going to say on it. Everyone has a simp. It's true. Alright, and let's get into the last topic, which unfortunately is not a happy one. It is a very upsetting one for a lot of people, but I really wanted to talk about it because I haven't yet. I'm just gonna mainly read through this article. It's got a lot in it. Guns drawn on Stormtrooper cosplayers celebrating Star Wars Day. I could not believe that this happened when I read it. I was baffled. I was astounded that this happened. I just can't believe that it did. What was supposed to be a simple Star Wars Day promotion for a local pub in Alberta, Canada, turned into a tense situation when local police drew their guns and arrested a 19-year-old cosplayer named Ashley. A 19-year-old cosplayer. Cocoa Vanilla Galactic Cantina owner Bardley Whalen told Littlebridge News, now LNN, how it all began. We had music playing in the parking lot. We had one of our staff dressed up as a stormtrooper, kind of waving people to people walking up and down the road. We had people stopping and getting pictures with the stormtrooper. We could have put up a couple of promotions in the restaurant to entice people to come in. The news reported that a female employee arrived at the establishment at 10 a.m. on Monday and was in her stormtrooper outfit 20 minutes later. However, the police service reportedly received 2 911 calls for a firearm complaint. They dispatched a number of officers. At approximately 11:20 a.m., 3 police cruisers arrived on scene. A short while later, a truck also arrived. In the video uploaded on YouTube, the police can be seen drawing their weapons on the stormtrooper cosplayer, who had their hands in the air and gun prop already on the ground. She did exactly what she should have done in that situation. She had it on the ground, even though it was fake. She wasn't acting like, screw you, I can do this because it's not real. Obviously respectful. You can hear the police officers telling her to get on the ground, and after being issued the command a number of times, you can see the cosplayer get down on her knees. However, that wasn't satisfactory, as a male officer can be heard saying again, get down on the ground. The cosplayer looked confused. The officer then clarifies, on your belly. And then, of course, you can see Whalen come outside and tell the officers that the gun prop is plastic, and he states it's a plastic gun. The video then shows the cosplayer face down on the sidewalk with 3 officers handcuffing her. And, of course, she's crying, she's upset, she's enraged, probably. I mean, holy shit. He then described the encounter. The police officers had guns drawn, pointed at my employee. They were yelling at her to put the gun down, so she threw the plastic gun on the ground. At that point in time, when I came out, she was on her knees, kneeling down on the ground. The police had already checked and seen that the gun was plastic, so they already knew that there wasn't an issue or a risk. They literally checked it. They literally checked it, and they still were treating this person this way. He described how officers handled the situation and how the cosplayer responded. As he stated, the person did not comply with the police's verbal directions. Eventually, they did after multiple repeated orders given by the police, and then the officers pushed the individual to the ground in order to put handcuffs on her. And the cosplayer was arrested and placed in the back of the police cruiser. However, she was released at the scene with no charges against her. They criticized the police for their handling of the situation, saying that they should have dealt with the situation with common sense and self-control. I cannot believe that this actually happened. I can't believe that they did this. So first of all, they're in a she was in a stormtrooper outfit. How many people don't know what a stormtrooper looks like? How many people don't know Star Wars? And I don't kind of want to use that as an excuse. I kind of don't want to even say that because yes, there are people that don't know. But clearly, it's a plastic outfit. When someone had come up to when the police officers had come up to her, she put the gun down. She put her arms in the air. She was obviously cooperating. And when they got over to her, they saw that the gun was plastic. They saw that it wasn't real. And yet, they still did this to her. They still put her in handcuffs, put her in the back of the car. Yes, they did let her go. I think that these officers deserve to be investigated, and as it says, they are currently being investigated. But this girl literally could have done nothing different. She cooperated. She put her hands up. She had got down on the ground. They saw that it was a plastic gun. Like, you see that her outfit's plastic. It's not like it's. I can't believe this. It was a promotion for Star Wars Day. It's Star Wars Day. You're telling me that these officers don't know what Star Wars is. She hasn't made any comments on social media from what I've seen. Obviously, the rules in Canada could be different with fake guns. Obviously, here in the United States, most of the time when a fake gun is produced, it's got an orange tip to indicate that it's fake. But of course, people can take them off. Some aren't manufactured that way. But I think that she acted in the proper way. She did exactly what she should have. And I just can't believe this happened to her. She's literally traumatized. But that's all that I really have to say with that. I mainly just wanted to read it. There's not a whole lot of commentary to give besides what the fuck. If she makes any statements online, I definitely will follow up with this story. Because I do honestly want to hear what she has to say about it. But I haven't seen her make any statements on it. Obviously, it's a very serious situation. I can't believe that this fucking happened. Tom, they were Star Trek fans. I see you guys in talking chat. I don't have super chat set up, but I do have Streamlabs. You can donate through PayPal or credit card. $3 and over, a notification will pop up on screen, text to speech, and it doesn't take a percentage. Super chats take 30% of your donation, and Streamlabs doesn't. So feel free to donate through Streamlabs. It is linked in the description, and I put it in chat. And of course, if you want to support the channel, you can become a Dark Titan for just $1 a month via Patreon. The link is in the description. But that's all that I really had to talk about tonight, you guys. I will go to the Q&A portion of the live stream, though. If you guys have any questions or comments on any of the topics we discussed tonight, please feel free to put them in chat now. Yeah, the cops purposely drove their truck to block the cameraman after he tried explaining things to the cops. Yeah, the cops acted, in my opinion, very wrong in this situation. Yes, I do understand that they're in a full body suit and they're carrying what appears to be a gun. I maybe understand why people call 911, but the police should have seen clearly when they walked up to her that she put the gun down, she had her hands in the air. You can tell that her suit is plastic, and you could probably tell that the gun was fake. Especially where they checked the gun. It's disgusting, it's ridiculous. It is Canada, though. It's not the United States. I can't believe that it happened. It's awful. It's awful. Cops are not supposed to escalate a situation like that, right? I'm sure everyone in the chat has their opinions on police officers, but I personally think that they acted wrong in this case. U.S. may have... I don't think so. I don't think so. Does CD Projekt Red censor anything compared to Valve with their Steam platform? Do you mean does GOG censor things? GOG does have harsh curation guidelines. Not every game can get onto GOG, which is Good Old Games, GOG, CD Projekt Red's online platform. They are pretty strict with what content does go onto the platform. They've always been that way. Yes, I do think that ES is one of their flaws. I do think that maybe they should act differently with their curation process. But I personally would rather give my money to CD Projekt Red on Good Old Games, GOG, compared to Steam. I have a lot of problems with Steam. Yes, I do use Steam every once in a while, still, because there are games that go onto Steam that aren't on other platforms. But I would much rather support GOG over Steam. So Canadians being nice is a myth. This is so sad. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, the person that was asking, because I see someone asking again. Yeah, here's the link in chat. If you want to donate, go ahead. Of course, no pressure. How about the Black Desert Online MMO? I am a player of BDO. I have played Black Desert Online since it came out. I'm not actively playing it. I have a level 62 ranger. I was considering streaming it maybe and making like a guardian, because I want to make a guardian. But I do have like a level 62 ranger. I stopped playing right after Valencia came out. I play every once in a while, like every couple months, like I'll log in and I'll casually play Black Desert Online. But I haven't played it actively in almost a year, but I've logged in and I've played for like a month here and there. Maybe played like three months out of the past year. Just to like catch up on content. My biggest problem with BDO is there's no like instances, there's no like PvE instances, and I feel like the arena, I think it's called, like the battlegrounds, like the PvP matches were awful and terrible. And I know that they recently added, and I think it's called the arena system, but like the Black Spirit PvP, whatever it was that was in the game when it initially came out, was awful. Awful. My biggest problem with BDO is the fact that, first of all, there's no endgame content besides grinding, and second of all, there's not a lot of incentive to do it. Yeah, you get gear upgrades and whatnot, but it's not like it's drastic gear upgrades, and you reach a point, you reach soft capped, and after soft cap, I feel like it's just too repetitive. But I have played BDO before. It is a very good game. I still actively play it sometimes. Start playing League of Legends. All the cool kids are doing it. I've played League of Legends in the past. I personally have mixed opinions on Riot Games, because Riot Games, the current games that I'm playing that are, I guess, cool kid games are, I'm trying Apex Legends because some Dark Titans asked me to play Apex with them. So I'm trying Apex. I do play Overwatch, even though it's Blizzard. I do play Overwatch because it's not a monthly subscription. And I've been playing Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMO. I enjoy that. I'm always looking for a new MMO. I can't wait for Amazon's New Worlds to come out in August. It was supposed to come out this month, but then they moved it. I'm so disappointed, but I guess games like Minecraft Dungeons will get me through the tough times until New Worlds come out. If New Worlds even comes out at this point, because I've heard some rumors that New Worlds has some problems, and that it might not end up coming out in August. Did they finally add the Korean classes? Oh yeah, they added Musa, Meiwa, Ninja, they added all of those, yeah. They added the Shy Black Desert Online classes. There are, here, I'll read the classes to you real quick. I main a ranger, I have a witch as well, but there is, there's warrior, ranger, sorceress, berserker, tamer. Those were the base games with witch and wizard and Valkyrie. But now there is warrior, ranger, sorceress, berserker, tamer, Musa, Meiwa, Valkyrie, Kunaichi, ninja, wizard, witch, DK, dark knight, striker, mystic, archer, Lan, shy, and guardian. Guardian is basically like a Viking chick. She is fucking awesome. I wanted to play her, but I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. Farah, have you heard of the game Blue Protocol? I have seen Blue Protocol. My problem with Blue Protocol is it looks very generic. The combat, I hate the UI. Honestly, like, I've seen the footage. It's just the UI looks so terrible in my opinion. Maybe at some point, I don't know. I don't want to say that maybe they'll change it. I don't like the UI at all. I'm not a fan. If you can customize it, then maybe I'd be more interested in it. I like the graphics. I think that the graphical style of it's really good, but I'm not sure if it's something that I would play on a normal basis. It won't let me pay with PayPal. I'm not sure. Tony, how did you donate? Let me snoop real quick. Yeah, Tony had donated with PayPal, so I'm not sure why it won't let you donate with PayPal, my friend. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me just redo the link here. I'll put out a new link, just to make sure that everything's good. But here's a refreshed link. Oh my gosh, or on top Dominator. Holy crap. Grizzly's still on top for all time, though. Damn. I linked it in chat again. Yeah, I saw that Tony had donated a little while ago on it gave me trouble in the past due to PayPal. It might be on PayPal. It says logging in with a PayPal account is for viewers only. It is used to manage a viewer pro subscription. What? What? I have no clue. I just put a new link in the chat. Maybe that's better. I'm not sure. I don't have anything. I don't have anything set up for like viewers only. So I've got no clue. My goodness. Yeah, I don't see any problems on this end. Yeah, I've never heard of that either. Streamlabs tried that pro crap with me and I canceled it immediately. Can you just like back out? When you go to try to donate, can you just back out of it? I've got no clue. Grizz #1, yeah, Grizzly is still #1. Would love to play SWOTOR, but can't figure out a good name that I could remember for logins. Oh my gosh. So when you make like a login name, oh no. When you make like an account name, you can't change it. And I started playing SWOTOR back in like 2013 or 2014, basically like 2 years after the game came out. My fucking login name, guys, is the most I picked a random one and you can't change it. So now my login name is literally like the most random thing I've ever heard. I don't know why. I wish you could change it. If it ever logged me out, I'd forget it though. So let's hope it never does. Black Desert Online is definitely one of the prettiest. BDO is definitely, yes, one of the prettiest MMOs. It has its problems. It has pop-in problems, texture problems. Oh my gosh. But it is one of the prettier ones. What are your thoughts about Cogman saying he can't hire anyone in talking to Dana Swartz about non-Lord of the Rings stuff? I did see that tweet. I don't believe it, honestly. Brian Cogman is only working on one project right now, and that is Lord of the Rings, and that's gonna take him at least like another year to work on. So
here is $3 in honor of Buck.
So unless he's going to like start a new project and he's ditching Lord of the Rings, I don't know. I just don't believe it, honestly. Like, I don't know. I have a bad feeling about it. But thank you for the $3, Tony, in honor of Buck. I just have a bad feeling about it. My problem is now I don't really trust anyone on Twitter and what people in Hollywood say, and these showrunners and producers, because they say things and then it turns around and something happens. And it's like they prove themselves wrong. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. Like I said in the video, maybe, you know, it's true and she won't be part of it, but that worry is still there until it's confirmed. Yeah, he says he's only consulting on Lord of the Rings, but that's not what his Twitter says, and that's not what it says online when you look him up and you look up Lord of the Rings. I'm trying everything here, Vera. You can donate directly to my PayPal account, which Grim Monolith did link in chat. It's VeraDark at darktitanenterprises.com. It will not pop up with a notification, but I can, of course, thank you if you donate through there. So, yeah. Rez says it auto-enrolled me in the pro subscription and I canceled that. I was able to donate without the sub after I canceled it. Though they even charged back the $4.99, so I didn't pay for the sub. That's odd. Yeah, you can donate directly to the email that Grim put in. It won't pop up with a notification, but I definitely can thank you for it while we are live. Yeah, the statement seems like damage control. I do hope that the statement is true and that she isn't going to have any affiliation with the show or you know, anything like that, but that worry's still there, in my opinion. That worry is still there. I don't trust anyone anymore. We will always have the books and the movies. Very true, Paolo. Very true. We will always have the books and the movies, which are perfect. Like I said in my video today on the topic, I would love for there to be more content. I'm a fan. I'm very greedy. I would love to have more Lord of the Rings and Hobbit content, anything JRR Tolkien, but I would rather them not ruin it. So, 3 great movies. 6 great movies, because The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit are technically all one series. If we want to be technical here. They were all supposed to be in the same... It's not 2 trilogies. It's supposed to all be one series, because it's telling a reoccurring story. At least, it's fine. Rez. Message retracted. Get wrecked. I don't want my precious Lord of the Rings franchise ruined. I don't either. I'm a greedy fan, like I said, though. I would love for there to be more content for Lord of the Rings. But, you know, I don't want them to ruin it. Like I said, 3 great movies. What? Hold on one second, guys. I'm just checking something real quick. Are you going to play The Last of Us 2? I don't have any plans to live stream or play it right now, no. I do know that I've been asked it quite a few times, but I'm not sure that I want to live stream it at this point, just because of everything that's happened surrounding it. I mean, things change. Maybe it doesn't come out for like another month or so, but, you know, I guess there's a possibility, but I don't think I'm gonna play it on stream now. Don't say more to Lord of the Rings content. That's how you get woke spin-offs. I know, unfortunately. Alright, you guys. I am going to end the live stream here. We talked about, unfortunately, the Stormtrooper cosplayer celebrating Star Wars Day. We talked about Twitch cracking down on Simp emotes. We discussed Naughty Dog. We talked about Blizzard. We talked about Bethesda. And oh, Drew, you just got to the very end. I was doing my outro, my friend. Hey, Vera in chat. Hello, Drew. Thank you for stopping by. It was a discussion stream tonight, so we only went an hour and a half. But I'm going to end the live stream here, you guys. If you are not already part of the Discord, please make sure to join it. We are very active there. You guys can hang out and chat. I will let you guys know when I'm streaming next, the games that I'm playing. If you want to support the channel, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month. The link is in the description of the live stream, as well as the donation link. But thank you all so much for stopping by, and have a fantastic night, everyone.